for an overall event championship. We don't want you to go anywhere because Monster Jam Trackside is coming your way. We want to thank you so much as we return here to London to invade for Monster Jam.
Shoving in the overdrive. Highway to the danger zone. I'll take you right into the danger zone. Never say hello to you until you get it on the red light, low, low. You never know what you can do until you get it on the side.
ready to rock? You ready to roll? I'm checking the clock. Just got in my zone. You ready to rock? You ready to roll? I'm checking the clock. Just got in my zone. Ready to rock? You ready to roll? I'm checking the clock. Just got in my zone. You ready to rock? You ready to roll? I'm checking the clock. Just got in my zone. You ready to rock? I'm ready to rock with you. Ready to rock.
Good afternoon, London, and welcome to Monster Jam Trackside. Within the next hour, you'll get a preview of today's event in which 8 Monster Jam superstars will be competing to be crowned overall event champion. My name is Aiden AD, one of 3 hosts for today's event. Now, we have 3 competitions. Up first, we're going to have the JCB Racing competition. Then after that, it is the Smith Skills competition. And last but not least, is the BKT Freestyle. Now, you, the Monster Jam fans out here in London, will help play a pivotal role in crowning today's overall event champion. And we'll get to know more about that later. But right now, I would like to introduce to you my co-hosts, KCG and K Young. Ladies, we are back here in London. As you can see, the London Monster Jam fans around me are excited for today's event. How about yourself?
We are down here on the pitch, and we are so excited to be back as we invade here at London Stadium once again. Thank you, Aiden. I am K Young. Again, KCG is hanging out with us. I'll be giving all the play-by-play action here throughout today's events. But, Casey, you're going to be giving us all those important updates on what happens behind the scenes.
That's right. While our superstars of Monster Jam compete out on the track, our very hardworking UNOH technicians are going to be in the back working on the trucks, making sure that every truck is competition ready. I'm going to be hanging out in the back in the pits, and I'm going to be bringing you breaking news as well as some of today's biggest moments from Monster Jam.
So let's talk a little bit about our return back to London. I was here last year. We got to debut, and it was so amazing. You've been able to be in the pit party. You've gotten to see and talk to some of our technicians. What has been kind of the chatter around there?
Well, I think it's really fun to get to interact with some fans that maybe have never seen Monster Jam before, and if they have, maybe they've seen it 1 time, 2 times, and so it almost breathes this new life. We've been fans of Monster Jam for so long. We've been doing this for so long, but to see it through the eyes of brand new fans here at London Stadium has just been so exciting. But Kay, I know you were here last summer. How excited are you to be back here?
I am so excited. I got to see some familiar faces as well as get to meet new fans just like you. But I think I'll have to just kind of reiterate what you said, you know, getting to answer some of these questions about how did we bring the Monster Jam trucks here, you know, about the dirt. Those are all things that you are going to be allowing our fans to find out throughout our competitions, throughout our event today. So we are so glad to be back here. I was hoping I was going to get the phone call to come back as well. But really, honestly, it's not about me. It's about these Marvel Monster Jam trucks. Aiden AD, our co-host, was able to do the unveil on Wednesday. We are debuting 4 of them. They look great. They look awesome. Let's talk a little bit about them. First one up.
Well, I think it's really exciting because with Monster Jam, we've partnered with Marvel. And you think about trucks that are legends within Monster Jam, like Gravedigger and Dennis Anderson, like Tom Mentz and Max D. And for us to be unveiling brand new Marvel Monster Jam trucks here, it's almost the start of another legacy. And so I think that's going to mean really big action. We have the Thor Marvel Monster Jam truck. We've got Black Panther. We've got the amazing Spider-Man. And just so much action that's going to take place out there on the track.
That's right, and they are being piloted by some of the best drivers that we have. Brandon Arthur is going to be piloting Iron Man Marvel Monster Jam truck. He's got a racing background, off-road racing background. We'll talk about Bari Musauer, driver of the Black Panther Marvel Monster Jam truck. He's got an amazing racing background. Actually came from RCs, which is super cool. And let's talk a little bit about Bernard Light driving the amazing Spider-Man Marvel Monster Jam truck. You know him pretty well.
I know, it's incredible because Bernard actually has a stunt background. And so for him to come out here and do these really amazing stunts in Monster Jam trucks partnered with Marvel, I think this was literally made for him. And of course, Miranda Kozad, who's going to be behind the wheel of the Thor Marvel Monster Jam truck. So basically, it's going to be such an exciting event. We are so excited to be back here with you and to be unveiling 4 brand new Marvel Monster Jam trucks. A lot of action is coming your way. But once again, welcome to Monster Jam.
A king is born. I told you before. A king is born. Now I told you.
Epic trucks, epic stunts, Monster Jam. Can you conquer the Big Air Challenge? Blast in the Big Air. Try to reach the top. Ooh, so close. Take aim and launch. Boom! You hit the top and blasted the fireworks. Bring in the Monster Jam larger-than-life lineup. Switch the stunt. Gravedigger goes the distance with an epic long jump. Megalodon flies high. Long jump or high jump, Monster Jam trucks win. New Monster Jam Big Air Challenge. Other trucks each sold separately.
Sign up to receive our free 300-page toy catalogue and be in with a chance to win one of £150 vouchers.
Monster Jam fans of London, it is going to be a big event for you all here tonight in London because we have 4 all-new trucks that we've introduced to the Monster Jam world just a few days ago. So that means I'm pretty sure you're going to be using your cell phone a lot, whether taking videos or photos of each and every one of those 8 Monster Jam trucks. And if you feel like sharing, feel free to upload on any of your social media platforms. I'm talking about TikTok, Instagram Threads, YouTube, Facebook, all that good jazz. And whenever you upload those photos and videos, make sure you use the hashtag Monster Jam. You can also @ us as well, because if you turn your attention up to the video board right now, that is a collage as well as a collective of all you guys' all the Monster Jam fans, photos and videos from every Monster Jam event throughout the years. And who knows, you might see yourself up on the video board. I'm actually seeing a few photos that were taken not too long ago from the Monster Jam pit party. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it does work like that. So make sure you @ us at Monster Jam and use the hashtag Monster Jam.
Well, leading up to all of the action that's going to be happening here tonight, Casey, we're going to talk a little bit about what just happened at Monster Jam World Finals 22. That happened in Nashville, Tennessee, over in the States. And we crowned 4 amazing World Finals champions. It was amazing. We're going to see a little bit up on the video board, some highlights about what happened. So we're going to kick things off with Tyler Menninga, driver of Gravedigger. He was our Great Clip Skills Challenge winner. You can see that up on the video board. It was wet. It had rained, torrential downpours, I guess you could say, but he was our winner there.
That was his first world championship title, so really exciting for him. And then, of course, when we moved into the high jump, it was Ryan Anderson and Son of a Digger, who for the second year, 2 years in a row, he took that world title. So really big deal for him. Congratulations to Son of a Digger's Ryan Anderson. And, of course, Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger for taking home the Skills Championship.
And, of course, we crowned 2 more winners that night. We crowned our racing winner, Tristan England, driver of Earthshaker. The emotions were incredible. His entire family was there. It was his first World Finals championship. And if you talk to a lot of the drivers, that's the world championship that they want. Tristan England and Earthshaker was your winner. Freestyle, though, Casey, was amazing.
That's right. We were on the edge of our seats as we headed into the final driver into Monster Jam Freestyle. It was Colt Stevens that was holding on to that lead, driving Thunder Roras. And after that final run, he did, in fact, clench the title, his first ever Freestyle World Championship. So excited for him. It was an incredible event, but we have a lot more action that's also going to be taking place here today.
That's right. But before we get to that, we are still on our international series, you could so to speak, and we were in Dresden, Germany not too long ago, and that's where Blake Granger and Maxie, who's here actually tonight making his debut here in London, took home the overall event championship. It's up on the video board right now. Dresden, Germany, and your winner, your overall event winner was Blake Granger and Max D.
That's right, yes. And on Sunday, we had a different overall event winner. It was Tony Oaks driving Earthshaker on Sunday. So 2 incredible events. It really is amazing that Monster Jam goes all over the globe, bringing this larger-than-life action to thousands of fans from all over the world. So 2 incredible events, and up there on the video board, we've got a little recap of all of that action that took place there.
That's right, and you're going to see Blake Granger and Maxie take to the track. And Casey, speaking of the track, let's talk to our London fans a little bit about what they're seeing here behind us.
That's right. So when it comes to the action, of course, the trucks are a huge component. Of course, the driver's a big component. But if you look behind us, the track is a big component as well. You know, we talk about how when we travel all over the globe to different cities, to different countries, we do not take this dirt with us. We use local dirt. So that means sometimes it can be more sandy. Sometimes it's drier. It's more loose. It's more like clay. And that has a huge impact on the competition. So when we did Monster Jam racing practice, we always do that at the beginning of the weekend. The track was really dry. It was really dusty. It broke up underneath the tires. But behind us, we literally saw standing water as we were out here just a little bit ago on the track. So it's actually a lot thicker. It's mucky. There's a lot of water out there on the track. And Kay, you've been a pit reporter for a long time with Monster Jam as well. You know that that has a serious impact on competitions like racing.
It definitely does, and that's what you're witnessing right now. So you see our JCB equipment right now. They're what we're calling turning the track over, which means that they're taking the top soil, the top layer of the dirt, the soil, and they're turning it back up to hopefully dry the track up, the pitch up, so that our drivers can have more of an equal playing field. Right now, if we had left all that water on the pitch, on the track, it would have been uneven. It would have been also probably unsafe a little bit, and it would have made for uneven and not really fair chances, especially in our first competition, the JCB racing competition. But let's talk a little bit about these jumps. We've got BKT freestyle, which is going to be amazing. And we see all these jumps, Casey, and all these different obstacles. The ski jump, which is located right behind me, right over here at the far end of our track. That is one of the highest jumps, but of course the backflip ramp is super cool.
I know, it's amazing. And the thing is we don't just send the trucks out here to kind of go for it. Everything that you see on the track is a mathematical equation. Our dirt crew takes days to create the track back here. Hundreds of truckloads of dirt. Everything is spaced out accordingly to the inch. It is so precise. And even the angle that the ramps are built, it's a mathematical equation to make sure that everything is perfect, to make sure that we are setting the trucks up for success, that you get larger than life action, higher jumps, more speed, incredible freestyles. And so everything out here is done intentionally, and it's all going to mean a fantastic event here today at London Stadium.
Hey Monster Jam fans, you know that to be the best, you've got to beat the best. That's why I love BKT tires. Whether you're working in the field or doing extreme sports like me, BKT tires are a winning formula. My BKTs are rough enough and tough enough to get me through any competition. When it comes to strength and power, nothing else compares. Take it from me.
Epic trucks, epic stunts. Monster Jam. New Monster Jam Gravedigger Tracks RC. Tank treads take on any terrain. Dirt, grass, rocks, snow. You can even speed on water. You can dig into Monster Jam stunts in a whole new way. New Monster Jam Gravedigger Tracks RC. Batteries not included.
Sign up to receive our free 300-page toy catalogue and be in with a chance to win one of 150 £1 vouchers.
Well, London, we are going to meet each and every one of our superstar drivers competing here this afternoon, and we're going to kick things off by getting to know Brandon Arthur, driver of the Ironman Marvel Monster Jam truck.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am here with Brandon Arthur, driver of the Ironman Marvel Monster Jam truck. A few days ago, we unveiled the new truck here at London Stadium. You are the first driver behind the wheel, so a two-part question. First of all, what do you think about the truck? And I'm pretty sure it's a highlight for you in your Monster Jam career.
Yeah, you know, these trucks are absolutely beautiful. Marvel and Monster Jam collaborated really well to come up with a absolute beautiful design for all four of them, you know, but obviously I have a little bit of favoritism towards my Ironman truck, and man, it's beautiful. But you know, the second part of this is I'm absolutely stoked to be able to come out here in London and debut this awesome Marvel Monster Jam Ironman truck, and couldn't be any more excited. Like you said, it's a big step in my future and my career here for Monster Jam, and I'm looking forward to getting our first show underway.
Now let's talk about your career thus far with Monster Jam. What is one thing you say has been a highlight, as well as one thing that's a challenge that you're still gunning to overcome?
You know, the highlight's got to be all of it. I mean, how much better can it get than to come out here and be able to travel the world internationally and come out in front of all these awesome fans and all these awesome stadiums and venues we go to, and put on a great event, you know, day in and day out that we come out here for. You know, we come out here and put on 100% for all this. And I mean, look at all the fans we got out here today. We're all surrounded right here, and you know, it's exciting. Obviously a big challenge is all my competitors. You know, like you said, they're your best friends backstage, but you come out here, we put helmets on, and we want to go out there and battle hard against each other. But you know, it's great to be able to learn from them and talk to them, and the knowledge these guys have and the experience they have, it's hard to beat for sure.
Well, all the best to you out there today. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Brandon Arthur, driver of the Ironman Marvel Monster Jam truck. Up next, let's get to know Bernard Light, driver behind the wheel of the amazing Spider-Man Marvel Monster Jam truck.
London, what's up? Now, I have heard so many good things, and I know you can be a lot louder than that. London, what's up? That's what I'm talking about. I hope y'all are ready to have a good time. Let's have some fun.
Bernard, I think you're going to take my job over. These London fans are amazing, and we got to talk a little bit earlier, but you are representing the amazing Spider-Man Marvel Monster Jam truck. And for those fans that don't know, you have a huge history with the amazing Spider-Man brand from Marvel.
That's right. I was actually a part of a show called Marvel Universe Live. It's actually picking up again here soon. I played the role of Spider-Man for 2 years, and then coming into Monster Jam, it was already like going from dream job to dream job. But now, now it is full circle. I went from playing the role to driving the truck, and I couldn't be happier.
That's amazing. And let's talk a little bit about the competition. Let's talk about who you might be battling it out with. I mean, these are some drivers that maybe you've not seen in a very long time or seen maybe in your entire career. How do you feel about the 7 competitors that are going to be battling it out with you?
It's one of those things that everyone, each and every one of the driver athletes is a threat, because some of them have done this their entire lives, and I've only been doing this for, 7 or 8 years at this point. So whereas some people know every little inch of the truck, I know how the truck works. So, but regardless of what, I know how to hit that throttle. I know how to get flying through the air. I know how to just make that truck do some amazing things. And I can guarantee, whether it's me, whether it's some of the other Marvel trucks, or just the other trucks in general, we are going to leave you at the edge of your seat. You've got to stay loud. We've got to feel the energy. And I've got to say it again, we are going to have an awesome time. In fact, an amazing time.
Let's hear it one more time for Bernard Light driving the amazing Spider-Man Marvel Monster Jam truck. And we're now going to hear from Miranda Kozad driving Thor's Marvel Monster Jam truck.
She was here last year in London in another truck, but now this year she is here behind the wheel of Thor. I'm talking about Miranda Kozad. Let's talk about last year's competition. I think you're the only one competing today that was competing last year. So do you feel like you have an advantage over the competition?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, it was an amazing event last year. I can't wait to perform again tonight. Look at all these fans. I mean, honestly, like, this is one of the best stadiums we've ever been to. The fans are absolutely incredible. I want you guys to get really loud for me right now.
Let's get loud for Miranda Kozad and Thor. Let's switch places. We have your head blocked off on the video board. Let's see if we can. There you are. Okay. There she is. So behind the wheel of Thor this year, we unveiled the Marvel truck earlier. How does it feel to be behind such a popular name in the Monster Jam world?
Oh man, everybody that knows me knows that Marvel is one of my. I absolutely love Marvel. I'm a huge fan. Yes, I'm so stoked to be behind there for an iconic brand. Marvel's an iconic brand, just like Monster Jam is. So that is a great honor to be the driver of Thor, and I'm so excited to go out there and hammer down.
Now let's talk about the fans. You are an inspiration from fans all over the world, but you are representing the girls out there too, showing them that men and women compete on the same level in the same events. Now, what advice do you give to the little girls out there?
Just go for it. Go for whatever you want. If you don't want to drive a monster truck, you can do anything in life, you guys. Anything you want to. Just go out there and just give it your all, and just persevere. Bear through. You can do it. I promise. If I could go out here and do this, you guys can go out here and do this.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Miranda Kozad behind the wheel of Thor Marvel Monster Jam truck. Up next, let's get to know Bari Musauer, driver of Black Panther Marvel Monster Jam truck.
He is a veteran of the sport, and he's debuting the brand new Black Panther Marvel Monster Jam truck. We've got Bari Musauer, and Bari, this is such an iconic brand. What does it mean to you to be debuting Black Panther here today in London?
It means the world to me to be able to debut this truck here. This is the world stage. This is the first time anybody is ever going to see this truck hit the track. So I'm excited. It looks pretty now. If you came to the pit party, it was perfect. I don't know how perfect it's going to look after freestyle tonight, but that's what we come here for. I know that's what you guys come here for, and I can't wait to get started.
And Burr, you were part of Marvel's previous reign with Monster Jam. You took the Spider-Man truck to the showdown at Monster Jam World Finals, and you did win the showdown. What are some differences being behind the wheel of that truck versus being behind the wheel of the Black Panther?
The original Spider-Man that I drove, it was a little smaller roll cage. The body was a little smaller. It was a 63 custom Cheetah, so it was really small, like a race car. But now we have these bigger cages, so we can do backflips. And, the new Spider-Man just speaks into how much evolution has gone into these Monster Jam trucks over the years. I mean, that was 10 years ago that I drove Spider-Man. So I'm glad to see all the Marvel Monster Jam trucks back in action, and there's no place to debut them than I would rather be than right here in London.
I love that you just said that, because already the energy in this space, these fans are so excited. The pit party was such a blast. Talk to us about why this is the perfect place to debut 4 brand new Marvel Monster Jam trucks.
We just want to be able to touch all the Marvel fans here at Monster Jam. We want to make that connection with all the Marvel fans and make them Monster Jam fans. So this is the world stage in London. There's no place better to be to debut something brand new, and I'm sure you guys are going to have a blast. Are you ready for Monster Jam?
You know that to be the best, you've got to beat the best. That's why I love BKT tires. Whether you're working in the field or doing extreme sports like me, BKT tires are a winning formula. My BKTs are rough enough and tough enough to get me through any competition. When it comes to strength and power, nothing else compares. Take it from me.
This is Monster Jam. New Monster Jam Garage holds over 25 Monster Jam trucks. Fuel up for stunts. Crank the elevator up 5 levels. Real lights and sounds. Let's roll. Speed around turns. Blast down the ramp. Epic jump. Go to the top, drop it into a backflip. New Monster Jam Garage. Built with exclusive brake digger. Other trucks each Timberlake. Build assembled. Batteries not included.
BKT and Pika have teamed up to give you fans an amazing experience here tonight. Let's take a look at the video board. There's going to be a QR code that's going to be shown, and you can take out your phone and access that QR code, and you're going to put in a code MJ-London. So what's going to happen is you're going to follow all the prompts. You're going to take a picture of yourself, a selfie, and then what it's going to do is it's going to face recognize you, and we have some amazing photographers. They're going to be panning around the entire stadium here throughout the entire night, and what's going to happen is that they're going to take pictures of you, and if you sign up for this, they're going to send you the pictures that they took of you and only you. So you can scan the QR code. It's up there right now. And then you're going to do all the prompts. You're going to follow all the prompts. You're going to put in that code MJ-London. Take that selfie of yourself. And then they're going to send you pictures on behalf of our amazing sponsor, BKT, and of course, Pika.
Baby, this is what you came for. Lightning strikes every time she moves, and everybody's watching her, but she's looking at you.
We're going to continue meeting our superstar drivers. Up next, it's Charlie Pocken, Megalodon.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I am here with Charlie Pocken, the driver of Megalodon. And as you can see, he has his own fan club surrounded by him. A lot of people with the Jaws shirt, a Megalodon hat. There's even a Megalodon plush toy. Now, Charlie, how does it feel to be behind the wheel of a truck that's so popular and have like a strong fan base as you do?
Oh, man, this is just awesome. You know, the kids are really what this is all about for me. You know, it's like, I always say the 5-year-old is our biggest fan, and to put a smile on their face is priceless. And, you know, that's what I'm here for. If you're having fun, I'm having fun, man. That's what makes this a great show. So I want to hear you get loud tonight. I want to hear you scream and yell.
Now, Charlie, you mentioned to me you had like amazing Monster Jam fans that travel around this far this year. Explain that experience.
Oh, it's just great. When we do the pit party, we get all kinds of fans coming through. You know, you never know what you're going to get. And one fan actually came to me. He goes, man, I seen you in Cardiff, Wales in 2010. He's got pictures of himself growing up beside each different truck as I went through my career. I was behind Gravedigger, and I've been through a bunch of different trucks, but it's been great to see the history. You are actually making history every time you come to a Monster Jam show, and that's what I love about this. The history behind it, the family entertainment, you can't beat it. That's what I love about it.
Monster Jam fans, make some noise and clap it up for Charlie Pocken, driver of Megalodon. Up next, let's meet Chelsea Van Cleve, driver of El Toro Loco.
'23 is her first year driving with Monster Jam. Chelsea, welcome to the family. It's been so cool to see you driving in the States, driving internationally, and event to event. You're learning so much out here on the track. So talk to us about your first year and how much you've learned on the road.
It's kind of intimidating when you first start. We're out here with Charlie Pocken, Blake Granger, a lot of people that have driven a long time. So we learn a lot from them from event to event. So it makes it easier to learn. They're always there to help us. We give each other advice. I mean, I'm not giving much advice yet, but, you know, I'm learning new tricks. I did a reverse wheelie a couple weeks ago, and that was just awesome for me. It's cool to, like, check those little boxes. So I'm hoping to put a good event out here for you guys today.
And I think one of the coolest things about being here in London is that the fans, so many of them, this is new to them. The action is so incredible. And for you, I know you applied for Monster Jam 6 years ago. You've been a fan for a long time. You've been in motorsports for a long time. Seeing the event through the eyes of the fans here almost breathes in this new life and this sweetness. So how excited are you to put on an event here after meeting all of these fans at the pit party?
It was amazing. I saw myself in a lot of these kids. You know, I was a little kid going to all these events. I'm from Nashville, Tennessee, so I would go and watch all these athletes, and I was like, wow, I want to be a Monster Jam driver one day. And look, I'm driving internationally in London, and a pretty iconic truck, too. El Toro is one of my favorite trucks, so I'm happy to be out here in front of all these fans.
So well put. Well, thank you so much, and we're excited to see you out here in the competition, fans. Let's put those bullhorns up, put those hands together for Chelsea Van Cleve in El Toro Loco. Coming up next, we're going to meet Blake Granger, Max D.
He is a man of the fans. He's getting his section right here hyped up before we start this interview. I'm talking about Blake Granger, driver of Max D. How does it feel to have such a strong fan base around the world?
Man, you know, it's absolutely amazing. Tom Mintz has built one brand that is untouchable. That entire pit party, the Spin Master Max D trucks were everywhere. You know, I must have signed 300 of them or more. And you know what? It means so much to me to be representing this brand. Not only Team Max D, but Monster Jam. We got Marvel in the house this weekend. Man, London is about to get real.
Now tell the Monster Jam fans briefly how you got your start with Monster Jam.
You know, I come from a motocross background. Like you're about to see this freestyle motocross later in the day. I grew up with motors underneath me. I raced anything that I could, side-by-sides, four-wheelers. And you know what? That transition's so awesome into one of these Monster Jam trucks. So kids, if you want to get into motorsports, start with BMX, start with motocross, get something with a motor underneath you. Go outside, play in the dirt, play in the mud, buy you some Monster Jam trucks, and make your own show at home. But you know what, man? It's so awesome to be here in London. All these kids support. Somewhere new for me. We just came from Germany, and man, the support has just been surreal.
Speaking of support, there's some last-minute words you would like to say to the Monster Jam fans out there. Go for it.
You know what? I'm a football fan, so we got a little surprise for you guys. You know what? We're representing West Ham here, and you know what? We got a legendary truck in a legendary stadium, and you know what? We're about to bring it down. We're about to tear it down. We're going to rip the wheels off that truck. London, I want to hear you getting loud. You guys ready for Monster Jam?
It's Blake Granger in Max D. Last but not least, let's meet our final competitor by the name of Matt Cody in Gravedigger.
High five, guys.
Matt, you are now piloting one of the most iconic names in Monster Jam, Gravedigger. And I know I was watching you through that line today on Pit Party, and all these kids, not from the States, but right here from either Ireland, Germany, mostly from London, knew Gravedigger. What does that mean to you to be representing this brand?
Man, it's just awesome. Gravedigger is definitely one of the legendary names in Monster Jam. Anywhere you go, you mention Gravedigger, you mention Monster Jam, they know exactly who it is. And it's an honor for me to represent my first year with Gravedigger. Big shoes to fill, a lot of pressure, big target on my back. But hey, this is what I live for. This is what I've been waiting to do my whole life. And I take that truck every weekend with 110%. And I go out there and I drive it into the ground for you guys. And what better place to do it right here? The world stage in London. It's a beautiful day. The rain went away. The wind went away. We're ready for some horsepower. What about you guys?
London is definitely ready. I know they're ready to rock and roll here. Let's talk a little bit briefly about your past. Not only are you a driver, but you used to actually work on these incredible machines, and you used to thrash on them, what we call fixing the truck as well. So you've combined kind of all those things together to make you the driver you are. What is that kind of career base, that path that led you to being a Gravedigger driver? How's that helped you?
It helps out a lot. Like I said it before, I used to be right here in the stands. I waited in pit parties for my favorite drivers. I got my autographs, got my pictures. Man, it was a blast, and I worked hard for many years, worked my way up the ladder, got my opportunity to start driving, wrenching on them, driving a semi up and down the road, and it all comes into one because I can communicate right back to my crew chief. I got him right on radio, right in my helmet. If something breaks, if I don't feel something's right under power, I can be like, hey, Kevin, man, we got something going on, and he can be ready with tools. His other partners can be ready to go. So it's one big team effort. You know, I got to do my part driving. They do their part crewing. You fans do your part cheering and getting loud. And at the end of the day, we're going to have one great event right here in London.
Hey, JCB Racing is going to be our first competition, and I know back in the States that battle between Max D and Gravedigger is so iconic. One of the greatest rivalries in motorsports, what we call it back in the States. Are you excited to line up against Blake Granger and Max D, or is there any other person that you're excited to line up against?
Man, I'm excited for it all. It doesn't matter who gets beside me. As soon as the green light goes, we're going. Blake Granger and Max D, awesome competitor, legendary name. Charlie Palkin's been watching him for many years. We got the brand new Marvel trucks, they're ready to go. But I can tell you what, yesterday in practice, them BKT tires were hooking, the motor was screaming, and we were grabbing some gears, and that's what we plan on doing right here. So whoever's beside me first round, they better be prepared. Second round, we're going to the finals. I'm coming off a racing win in Dresden, Germany, and I just want to keep it going right here. So I just got one more question for you, London. I want to hear how loud you can get around the whole stadium. I want to hear the whole city hear you. So on the count of 3, get as loud as you can. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Big trucks, epic stunts. Monster Jam. New Monster Jam Gravedigger Tracks RC. Take treads, take on any terrain. Dirt, grass, rocks, snow. You can even speed on water. You can dig into Monster Jam stunts in a whole new way. New Monster Jam Gravedigger Tracks RC. Batteries not included.
Sign up to receive our free 300-page toy catalogue and be in with a chance to win one of £150 vouchers.
Monster Jam fans, this is just to remind you, we ask that you please do not breach the gray plastic that is around the stadium. Those are called safety holds. We ask that you remove all clothing, any merchandise off of those plastic safety holds, and we ask that you do not breach the gray plastic. We will have to stop the event during tonight's competitions. Once again, we ask that you remove all merchandise, all clothing. Do not breach the gray plastic safety holds, or we will have to stop our competition tonight. Well, Casey, our first competition is the JCB Racing Competition, and I'm excited for some racing action. It is going to be awesome. We've got some great head-to-head matchups coming up in round one. Let's take a look at the video board. Our first head-to-head matchup will be Blake Granger going up against Charlie Palkin and Megalodon. They have been battling it out for this entire 2023 season here on the road internationally. So that is going to be a lineup that you're not going to want to miss. Charlie Palkin, Megalodon, a huge icon in Monster Jam, 25 plus years of Monster Jam experience, going up against one of our great racers, Blake Granger and Max D. Our second head-to-head lineup will be the Amazing Spider-Man Marvel Monster Jam truck driven by Bernard Light, and he's going up against Brandon Arthur, driver of Iron Man Marvel Monster Jam truck. These two are going to be battling it out. I believe their first head-to-head battle in both of their careers against each other. Bernard Light coming in with multiple years of experience. This is the rookie season for Brandon Arthur and Iron Man's Marvel Monster Jam truck, but he is no rookie when it comes to racing. He comes from an off-road racing background, so that is going to be a great head-to-head matchup.
As we move to the bottom half of the bracket, you're going to see Bari Moosauer in the Black Panther Marvel Monster Jam truck taking on Matt Cody in Gravedigger. Both of them veterans of the sport, a lot of experience, a lot of seat time out there on the track. That is guaranteed to be a fantastic, close head-to-head race. The winner of that race will advance to the semifinals and will be taking on the winner of the following race, which will be Miranda Kozad in the Thor Marvel Marvel Monster Jam truck taking on Chelsea Van Cleve and El Toro Loco, our two ladies of Monster Jam out here on the track. And once again, the winner of that race will advance to the semifinals, but we'll see if they can advance to the finals after that. One thing is for certain, the track is definitely very different than it was yesterday in Monster Jam racing practice. So when you see varied track conditions, this is when you start to see the veterans of our sport succeed, because they have a lot of experience in different track conditions and different style tracks and different spaces. So we're excited to see how the bracket is going to shake out and how the racing competition is going to go here today at London Stadium.
That's right, Casey, and we've got two more competitions, of course, besides the JCB racing competition. Now let's take a look at the video board as we explain all of the competitions that you're going to see here tonight.
As we continue getting you ready for tonight's 4 competitions, it is time now for Track X, brought to you by Spin Master.
Epic trucks, epic stunts, Monster Jam.
Our first competition is Monster Jam Racing. We will start with both Monster Jam trucks staged and ready at the starting line. After you see 2 amber lights, the final light will go green, and our drivers will hit the throttle and begin navigating this challenging track where the race will be won in the turns. That's where the skill, seat time, and precision of our drivers will come into play. Each competitor has the option to take the turn in a smooth, wide drift, never taking their foot off the gas, or they will slightly pump the brakes and hit a tight, narrow turn, avoiding the turn tire and accelerating to the finish line.
Next up, Skills Challenge, where our superstars can either make 2 attempts at a 2-wheel maneuver or hit an all-inspiring Monster Jam donut, in which Zombies Bari Musauer holds the Guinness World Record.
While the amazing University of Northwestern Ohio technicians gear up our Monster Jam trucks for the second half of today's event, the high-flying freestyle motocross superstars will take to the skies. 4 riders will do a quick warm-up session, then we'll jump right into the best trick competition. The skill and precision of our FMX superstars will be on display as they may perform knack-knacks, supermans, whips, and maybe even a backflip. Tonight's final competition is Monster Jam Freestyle. Our Monster Jam drivers will compete to earn the highest fan score at JudgesZone.com by performing the most dynamic freestyle run consisting of big air, momentum, and wow moments. One of the wow moments you might see is a backflip. There are now 2 obstacles in which our competitors may attempt a backflip on. The 8-pack, which is 8 tires buried in a pod and offers the element of surprise,
or the traditional backflip ramp, which is a more technical approach. Our drivers have perfected the backflip ramp as they line up their Monster Jam truck at the right angle, accelerating at nearly full throttle, and begin pumping the brakes as the truck defies gravity off of the ramp, ending with an astonishing bounce on its BKT tires. This has been Track X, brought to you by Spin Master.
Monster Jam fans of London, one of the coolest things about today's event is that you help crown our champions. Your cell phone will be your best friend. This is my buddy Freddie. Freddie has my phone. Freddie, hold it up to the camera up there. There you go. So right now we're going to do a trial run of how it all works out. So everyone in the stands, take out your cell phones, open up your web browser, and go to JudgesZone.com. And once you're there, you can type in a 3-letter code. And the code for today is LON. Once you type in your 3-letter code, pick a finger, any finger, slide it to any number that you want, and then hit submit. Now, this is how Judges Zone works. It's the average of all of your scores submitted. That is the official score for that competitor. So when it comes to the Smith Skills Challenge and BKT Freestyle, you will submit your scores using JudgesZone.com. So let's see the average of all of your scores submitted, including my buddy Phil right here. Phil, what's the name of the website?
I don't know.
All right. It's called JudgesZone.com. Let's put this down for now. I think that's probably the reason why. Okay, so what's the name of the website?
JudgesZone.com.
JudgesZone.com. Let's see your average up on the video board. 7.142. Once again, Monster Jam fans, that is the average of all of your scores submitted. That is the official score for that competitor.
Sign up to receive our free 300-page toy catalogue and be in with a chance to win one of £150 vouchers.
Monster Jam action gets real with the new Megalodon Storm RC. Attack any terrain, dirt, grass, snow. This shark dominates land and water. The new Monster Jam Megalodon Storm RC. Remote batteries not included.
Hey Monster Jam fans, you know that to be the best, you've got to beat the best. That's why I love BKT tires. Whether you're working in the field or doing extreme sports like me, BKT tires are a winning formula. My BKTs are rough enough and tough enough to get me through any competition. When it comes to strength and power, nothing else compares. Take it from me.
Tell no lies, I ain't gonna apologize. You can see just where I stand, you know exactly who I am. Taking everything I want, don't believe me, then just watch.
Well, Casey, we're going to get ready for all of the action here tonight, and in a little bit, we're going to be bringing Aiden AD back into the fold with us, because we are going to be doing some predictions. But I really want to talk about the three competitions that we're going to be seeing. So we are going to be doing what we call back in the States St. Louis style racing. And it's going to be more of a straight line racing with two major turns. And with this track, Casey, what are your thoughts on especially the conditions that we're going to see with straight line racing? Do you think it's going to be easier or harder on our drivers?
Well, what's interesting is that we say that this competition is often won or lost in the turns. And before the pre-show even started, I was talking with Brandon Arthur, who's going to be behind the wheel of Ironman here today. And we were literally watching as the crew was turning up, the track construction crew was turning up the dirt. And he was watching to see how the dirt was performing, because that's going to dictate how he's going to enter that competition. And because there's so much moisture out there on the track, he said that for the first couple rounds in Monster Jam racing, they're going to have to be really careful around those corners, because they're going to be really slick. And as we know, if you're going around a corner and it's slick, you don't get a lot of traction, you can lose control. But then as the bracket progresses and as trucks spend more time out there on the track and the track starts to dry out and it starts to become more compact, he anticipates it to become more tacky. So something that's really important with Monster Jam is that there's not really one recipe to success. It takes time. You have to adapt out there on the track. What are your thoughts, Kay?
Well, yeah, definitely. And let's talk a little bit about those BKT tires. The tread of the tire is about this high, which would be 2 inches in United States metric system. And so if there's a lot of mud on those BKT tires, they can become very, very slick, almost as slick as the Formula One tires that you might watch on television. So these drivers want to shake the dirt off of those treads, off of the cleat of the BKT tire. We've got the skills competition with the moisture. Will they be able to grab onto the track and perform those crazy and amazing stunts that we've seen on YouTube, on social media? But freestyle, the BKT freestyle, I think that's what a lot of these fans have witnessed, have seen. It's going to be amazing to witness what they're going to do on this track. But we're going to bring back Aiden AD. We're going to do some predictions on who might be our overall event champion. You know, Aiden, you've been in the stands. You've been talking to these great London fans. What are they saying, and who is your prediction for the overall event champion?
So my prediction for today's overall event champion, I'm going to go with Bari Musauer driver of the Black Panther. A few days ago, we introduced that truck to the Monster Jam world, and I'm pretty sure he's going to crush it here tonight in London as he is crushing it back in the States behind the wheel of Zombie. I'm going to throw it back to you, ladies, because there's a lot of waving going on in this section.
All right, Casey, that's a great pick, Aiden, though. Very strong pick as well. You know, Bari Musauer and Zombie, a lot of racing history, and it'll be fun to see what he does against these competitors. Who is your pick? What are your thoughts?
Today I'm going with one of our ladies of Monster Jam. I'm going with Miranda Kozad, who will be behind the wheel of the Thor Marvel Monster Jam truck here today. She's been driving with us since 2016. She's got a lot of experience out there on the track, and I chose her specifically here today because, one, she's having a fantastic year. She took home her first career stadium freestyle win this year in Cape Town. She's got a skills challenge win under her belt, but also this is a physical competition, and yet it's also a mental competition, and I think she's just really excited to be behind the wheel of Thor, so she's my pick here today.
All right, well, I'm taking Charlie Pauken, driver of Megalodon. I've seen him win over and over again, time and time again, overall event champions. That's who I am going to go with, Charlie Pauken and Megalodon. Well, that will do it for Monster Jam Trackside. You are in for an incredible afternoon with the superstars here tonight. It is my great pleasure to welcome you to the West Ham, the home of West Ham and Monster Jam.
Tick, tick, boom. Who bringing the noise? Go, baby, we bringing our toys. Separate men from the boys. Chopper be singing, should be on the voice. Bang, bang, we gon' ride out. Gang, gang, we gon' die out. Want it like this, ain't no timeouts. Tell me who really gon' find out.
We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go ahead, going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep.
Tick, tick, boom.
Hard body, and not scaring nobody. You make me resort to wildin'. You must be blind by the diamonds hiding. Want it to be this way, but y'all won't need to try this. So it's no way around it. You the loudest one, it's more quiet. We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go ahead, going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep.
It's go, 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 go time. Tick, tick, boom. You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me? You can't stop me, so who gon'